Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and upon completing the game the first night I got it, here is my review of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Going into this game, I was not sure what to expect, honestly. And I was wowed. So I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. Whatever you see, you'll have to figure out on your own. But let me tell you, first off, this game is amazing. The best survival horror game I've played in a while. Since Alien Isolation, for sure. And it feels like Alien, but you have the distinct flavor of Resident Evil, item management, that fear and tension, atmosphere building. I can't give this game a glowing enough review. But let's get down to the meat and bones of it. The main plot is you are playing as Ethan Winters, a regular Joe looking for his wife, who he's presumed dead for 3 years, until he gets a mysterious email telling him to go to Dulvey, Louisiana. And yes, that's his wife, bashing her fucking brains in against the wall. But time to get into the rest of this review. On the whole, I'm gonna have to give this game a 9 out of 10. Now, it starts off fast and does not let up, with you almost immediately being chased by one of the game's major stalkers, as I shall refer to them for the rest of this video. The game is based around running and hiding from these people, outsmarting them wherever you can, because direct engagement is not going to end well for you. I had a bit of a house party that night where we all played this game, and we figured that out pretty early on. But just look at this. Dilapidated house, spooky noises, just that fear of not knowing what's going to be around the next corner anymore. I mean, we lost that with Resident Evil 5, 6, don't even get me started on Operation Raccoon City, fucking Umbrella Corps for the PS4. But it brings it back. This plays like the original Resident Evil, with a lot of item finding, getting hints on your environment, determining where to go, what to do, and it plays like a good mystery. I miss that personally. I love a good mystery when I play these kinds of games. Your inventory is limited, so you have to manage it to whatever you can carry at that time. Or at least, whatever you need. Do you prioritize health? Ammunition? What do? And this game is full of really gross, disgusting moments. So if you're squeamish, I don't recommend buying this.
Oh, God. I guess this is it.
Capcom's attention to detail here with the graphics and subtle shit like this. Was amazing. They put a lot of love and care into this game, and I was afraid for a while that it was going to be a piece of shit shooter. No, it's not. The gameplay is a little wonky in first person, and here you get to meet the other creatures besides your stalkers, called the Molded. Man, look at his ugly ass. And yes, you get several weapons during the game, like you can find a 1911, double-barrel shotgun, flamethrower, as you can see. God, I love this thing. I'll be showing off the grenade launcher and the Magnum later. That fear of not knowing what's around the next corner again is wonderful. The transition to first person view, at first I thought it was a bad idea, but it actually does replace fixed camera angles very well. It's the same thing. Because you were only seeing what your character could see. Well, not really, but you get what I mean. Your viewpoint's limited, so you have to always exercise caution, or you run the risk of getting killed. Very, very dramatically. Trust me. The boss fights play out fairly well. They could have been done better. I mean, early on, it really taxes your resources because they throw boss fight, boss fight, boss fight, and boss fight on your ass. At that point, it's not fun for me. But when the game gets to its finer moments, hiding from your stalkers, figuring out the shadow puzzles, using the clues in your environment to determine the riddles, while constantly being hunted and stalked by a tremendously well-designed AI, this is where Resident Evil shines.
A fucking pocket knife?
Now, how do I say this? You really do have to use your brain for the boss fights. You're not going to beat them just by duking it out. You have to use alternative methods. Otherwise, well, you're gonna die horribly. You're coming up on one of the early moments of the game. Played on Madhouse, and I gotta tell you, that's pretty gruesome. Oh, that gun I'm holding? You get that for clearing the game. They threw in some cool references to early Resident Evils, articles from characters written during Resident Evil Outbreak, throwbacks to Resi 2. Oh, that was Wesker's handgun. And there's shit like that. But, I admit, I have not had this much fun with a game in a long time. Yeah. Wasn't counting on him to be right in my face so fast.
Where in the hell you think you're going to, son?
And this is an early game boss fight, too. Yeah, go ahead, borrow this method. If you wish. But my main gripes of the game come from the inventory system, the clunkiness of the inventory system. And, well, sections like this, because, well, I'm gonna be honest, the driving sucked. That was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I think, I have to give this a 9 out of 10. That's because if you're not into the horror scene, or can't take gross out, don't like first-person games like this, it's not for you.
Let's finish this, you and I.
And check this out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take you for a ride. No!
But That's the end of one of your stalkers, or so you think. Thank you guys very much for watching. Go ahead and pick this game up. It is a fantastic experience. And I highly recommend it. Not just because I've got a long-standing love of the franchise, but because you'll have a hell of a time. Enjoy the Baker Mansion, y'all. This is Spinoxy, and you guys take it easy.